Oh, shit!
Alright, we're back to fight our first... Oh, it's a Ghastly.
Oh, it's a Ghastly. That's unfortunate.
Oh well. Gonna catch it or not even bother?
I'm gonna catch it.
This is a tough call, because I'm not sure who won't kill it.
Botanica won't kill it. Botanica, I don't think, is even strong enough to kill it.
That's probably true.
But she's strong enough to resist some shit. Well, that's nice.
Oh, that'll do.
Yay, paralysis. No! God damn it, Ghastly.
Look at that face. He knows what he did.
God fucking damn it. Well, you deserve that. You fucking deserve this, Ghastly. Okay, one more. Assuming it's not a crit, this should be good.
Yep.
Alright, this should be an easy enough catch.
He's paralyzed and sad.
And dying.
Mm-hmm. He's just a fried egg leering at you.
Okay. So I have to give it a Transformers name.
Is there a ghost?
There are a few Transformers that appear as ghosts throughout the series. But, I think I'm just gonna name it after a dead Transformer.
That makes enough sense.
Who from Transformers is dead that I like?
Optimus?
Optimus does die a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, but that's not obscure. I'm giving them obscure names. Who dies and is super unimportant?
Pterosaur?
I mean, he does, but he's a main character in Beast Wars for a while. I'm gonna go with someone like...
Rhinox?
No, those are main characters, Jay.
That's the only reason I know them.
Also, he doesn't die, he turns into Tankor in Beast Machines.
And becomes evil.
He becomes evil.
And Monkey Optimus is sad.
Yeah. Because fucking Beast Machines had the same design philosophy as Star Wars Episode 8, where the writers were actively forbidden from watching the thing that came before it. Because it worked so good for Beast Wars, that's why they did it for Star Wars. They both ended in wars, you know.
They didn't forbid them from watching it, the writers were just bad.
I thought Rian Johnson was the whole, like, I refuse to watch the Star Wars because it will influence my opinion on the Star Wars.
I hadn't heard that, but I wouldn't be shocked. No, Rian Johnson was also the one who famously said, I want to make a movie where half the audience comes out and says, that was pretty good, but the other come out and say, that was the worst thing I ever saw.
As opposed to everyone comes out and says, that was great.
Yeah. He succeeded.
Yeah, he did succeed.
And now Star Wars is dead. Star Wars Episode 8 is the most embarrassing thing since my son. No, not that son. The son I don't talk about often. You know, Rian Johnson.
Okay,
This one time he said he was gonna mow my lawn, but then he put fertilizer on it and the weeds grew bigger than ever, and he told me he subverted my expectations, so I never let him mow my lawn again. Kramer?
Kremzik. It was a character from one of the early episodes of the Transformers series, who was like this weird little sprite that lived in electric lines. Transformers is fucking weird.
You're fucking telling me.
God damn it, I wanted a Cubone so bad.
They're adorable.
They're great. Cubones are great.
Yeah, Cubones just need hugs.
Also, Marowak is a legitimately good Pokemon.
He is. What do you think about Ghost Fire Marowak?
I think it's a neat design.
I like it.
I'm not sure how useful it actually is, though.
It's got some weird stuff it can do anyway.
Like, take Dugtrio for instance. In the first couple of generations, Dugtrio is terrible. But then it gets that arena trap ability in the later generations and suddenly becomes like a god in competitive scenes.
And now it has Bee Gee's hair.
And now it has BG's hair and doesn't have arena trap, so it's completely useless because of its terrible stat line.
Yeah. And it's like, what, ground steel? Which actually isn't that terrible of a typing. It gives it quite a few resistances.
Yeah, if only it had reasonable hit points or defense.
Yeah.
Or better than slightly above average speed by today's standards.
I think it has okay defense, if only by virtue of being resistant to most things.
Yeah, but if it gets hit by something that it's not resistant to, it's turbo fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, nowadays that's almost par for the course.
Yeah, what with Megas and Z moves and shit, everyone's just dying in 1 or 2 hits.
Yeah. It's almost impossible to build a tank in modern Pokemon.
That's a weird design ethos.
Well, I mean, think about it. When was the last time you could successfully have a Pokemon take a hit reliably?
Ferrothorn.
That's fair.
That was Ferrothorn's whole point.
That was all he had going for him, and by God, he did it.
Mega Venusaur.
No, it wasn't worth it.
Mega Venusaur was actually...
No, I mean the Awakening.
Oh.
Woke as fuck, fam. You know, a lot of people are like, we should go back to the old designs of Pokemon, and I'm like, looking at this fucking gum smear on the bottom of my shoe, and I'm like...
This shotgun blast of purple pixels.
Yeah. I'm like, are you sure? It looks like someone fired Homer's makeup gun at the street.
And it was set on horror.
Who's the guy who designs the Pokemon designs?
I have no... I think it's a team, isn't it?
Well, there's the lead guy.
I'm not sure.
I forgot his name. All I remember is he's the one who famously was like, I know a lot of people have been saying we should do a Pokemon game where you could go to all the regions, and then he explains to you exactly why that's not just stupid, but why they're never going to do it.
Oh yeah, because by the time you get to Region 3, all of your Pokemon would already be super high level.
Yeah, he's like, it would be a nightmare to balance. There would be too much to do. You'd get bored of it. All this, all legitimate reasons why that's a stupid thing to ask for, and like, you just unceremoniously is like, you're dumb for wanting that.
Yeah. 2 regions was perfectly fine.
Yeah. Especially because the gym leaders got legitimately hard.
Yep.
Brock learned from his mistakes.
But now what they do is they just have a bonus thing that escalates in difficulty to near untold levels.
Yep.
Like Battle House or Battle Barge or the Battle Funicular.
Yeah. Battle location.
Yep.
I would love that actually if it just didn't even try anymore. Just
Battle Place.
Yeah. Welcome to Fight House.
Welcome to Fight House. Don't talk about Fight House.
But you have a big sign outside that says, what does it say? I dare you.
You need it the most, Kill Bison.
You are the least of us, but we could make you the most.
We could at least make you not shit. Ooh, a Haunter.
I mean, I think Haunter actually looks really cool. But that's mostly because he's a purple outlined black.
Remember in the anime how how Ghastly was like this super powerful ghost that created Venusaur and could talk and was super articulate and shit?
Yeah.
And then Haunter was just some dumbass that Ash had.
Yeah. I thought that was Gengar that...
No, Ash had a Haunter.
No. I know Ash had a Haunter, but I thought it was Gengar that did all like the high level illusions.
Nope, it was just a regular ass Ghastly.
Are we sure that... Well, I remember... Well, to be fair, I think... Did Ash's Haunter legitimately kill Ash and like rip his soul out?
I don't recall, but
Because I remember like part of that was like Ash and Pikachu were floating around and hanging out with Haunter as a ghost.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But I remember this legitimately coming up in a playground discussion when I was a kid about which was stronger, Ghastly or Haunter, because of the anime and how fucking weird it was.
To be fair, that Haunter defeated Sabrina without ever laying a hand on her.
Yeah, it was like the one Pokemon Ash had that could fight the psychic types and it won by itself.
Yeah. Kicked the shit out of... You know, Ash, if you hadn't released your Butterfree like a moron, you could have made chump meat out of that gym.
I know, right?
And there's the
Cubone.
Cubone.
There he is.
It's this guy.
The one I wanted the most. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I had anything that could damage Cubone and not kill it.
That's a good point.
Eh.
Down he goes.
Still, though, I would have preferred a chance at a Cubone than a guaranteed Ghastly.
Well, that's what we got. Oh, if you step on those squares, you get healed.
Oh, neato.
I remember this.
Fucking awesome. And then as soon as I step off...
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the purified zone, so obviously the ghosts are just pressed up against it, waiting.
Yeah. It's like the fucking glass at a zoo. They're just like, ooh, I'm gonna eat that one's soul, and now...
It's like that one gorilla. You didn't give it the peach, now it's coming to get you.
Oh, fuck, I love that gorilla. There's this, like, old story about a British gorilla who was basically the zoo vigilante. And whenever someone mistreated one of the animals, he would hit them with poop. And, especially for himself. And apparently there's this story about this old lady who came into the zoo and ate a whole bunch of plums right next to his enclosure. And this was back in the time where you could just feed the animals and no one gave a shit. And the gorilla was begging for some plums, and she didn't give him any plums, so he hit her square in the face with his poop. And then she went to complain, and they asked why he did it, and she's like, I don't know. And he's like, well, what were you doing, eating plums? Did you give him plums? No, well, next time give him plums. And apparently he was normally super nice with, like, women and children guests, like, all the time, to the point where, like, women would just come and see him all the time, because apparently he made them feel safe. Well, think about it. If any creeps tried to, like, assault them near the gorilla, they'd just get hit in the face with poop.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, unless that's a very specific fetish for you.
Very specific.
Molesting a woman while getting poop in your face. I'm sure for a few very specific people that's, like, dream come true, but for...
Where do I lose?
Fuck, the internet's weird.
It is.
I really hope the Gatling dick becomes a thing, though.
I'm pretty sure it already is a thing.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
Are you?
I'm probably gonna forget to.
Another Cubone. Murdered on its way to see its ghost mom.
But, like, you've seen those horrifying dick pistons.
I've seen many, yes.
I mean, come on, someone has to have had the idea of, like, putting a motor next to it and lining up, like, 6 of them on a gear. And
one of my favorites I've seen is someone made this really big one that like jackhammers at incredible speeds, and as they're showing it off, someone dubbed over the guy's like demonstration video. No, with the research in Africa has come back with some new weapons. Okay. The weapons surpass Metal Gear.
Oh, have you seen that terrible hand job machine where it's just like a hand with a hole in it on like a lever, and then he puts it on max and it starts going with like incredible force and destroying the chair? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna use this to jerk off.
I think my favorite I've seen is the one where it's a robot designed to feed the baby, and like you see it has like the bottle in its hand and it very slowly turns to the baby. And then the piston engages with lethal force and slams the bottle into the doll's face, and like the doll's face goes concave. Then it drops the bottle on it.
Oh man. Actually, speaking of weird technology, I remember when I was in like middle school, we had this one contest where we had a whole bunch of Legos.
We'll see. Oh, hold on. Actually, you know what? Start the story again next time. We'll see you next time, folks.
Okay.